Hey man, what's wrong? Nothing much. Just thinking whether or not I should take an AP class, but I don't think I should because I'm not smart and I'm not Asian.
Oh, come on, you don't have to be Asian to be smart. Ethnicity has nothing to do with whether or not you're smart.
Are you sure? I mean, I see that mostly Asians take that class.
Well, yeah, because all our school has is Asians. Come on, let's find out.
Alright.
Okay, well, my name is Mr. Stanley. I teach AP Psychology and AP Human Geography here at Bolsa Grande High School.
Okay, thank you. First question. Do you think that ethnicity affects whether or not a student would take an AP class?
It doesn't, that ethnicity has absolutely nothing to do with taking an AP class.
What is the majority of ethnic groups that take your class?
The vast majority of kids that take my class are Asian, predominantly Vietnamese, and then probably Chinese and Korean after that.
Do you get more AP students every year, or do they get smaller every year?
So far I've been getting, every year I've gotten more and more AP students. And I like that. I think that that's important.
What do you think will motivate a student to take AP classes?
When it comes to motivation, it's got to be something that's intrinsic, because there's nothing extrinsic about taking an AP class.
Finally, gender-wise, who tends to take your AP classes more?
I get many more girls in my classes than boys.
Thank you, that'll be all.
Okay, very good.
My name is Mr. Shaded, and I teach AP Civics, Honors Economics, and U.S. History.
Do you think ethnicity affects whether or not a student would take AP classes?
First of all, if a student's going to take an AP class, obviously they have to, more or less expect the rigor of the class. And I think if a student has done fairly well in the other classes, I don't think ethnicity plays a part at all.
What is your majority ethnic groups in your class?
I would say the majority, obviously, is Asian, primarily Vietnamese Americans.
Do you get more and more AP students each year?
Yes, I do.
What do you think will motivate students to take AP classes?
It's back to that first question again. It's whether or not they're willing to. Here's a couple things. Number one is AP classes are college level classes. So if they take an AP class, they're going to get the rigor of what a college class would be like, and hopefully it will better prepare them for college. That's what the hope is. So if students take an AP class, hopefully they will, get that preparation for college. Number two would be the possibility of if they pass the class and they pass the test with a 3 or better, oftentimes they get college credit for that.
Gender-wise, who takes your AP classes more?
I have more females than males as a whole.
Hi, my name is Kevin Kim, and I'm going to be asking our teacher, who wishes to remain anonymous, questions about AP classes. First of all, do you think that ethnicity affects whether or not a student would take an AP class?
No.
What is the majority of ethnic groups that take your class?
Asian.
Do you get more AP students every year, or do your classes get smaller every year?
Gets bigger.
What do you think will motivate a student to take an AP class?
The 2 weeks off of no homework in May.
Gender-wise, who tends to take your classes more?
Males.
Thank you for your time. Okay, so after all the information, research, and statistics that we gathered, what do you think now?
I think I'm going to take an AP class. My ethnicity is not a factor. Even though I'm not Asian, that wouldn't affect whether or not my performance in the AP class would be higher or lower. So I think I'm going to take the AP class.
So, what AP class did you want to take anyways?
I think I was going to take AP Statistics.
Hey you, if you think you're not ready for an AP class just because you're not Asian or of a certain ethnic group, you're wrong. Our research and our statistics show that just because you're not Asian doesn't mean that you can't take an AP class. It's simply whether you're mentally ready for the rigor of an AP class.
That's right. So if you're thinking about taking an AP class, we think you should do it. It doesn't matter if you're Asian or not Asian, if you're Vietnamese, or Chinese, or Korean, or white, or African American, or Swedish.